Alex stood on the edge of the woods, staring into the trees. The sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating a warm, dappled light on the ground. He had come here for a hike, hoping to clear his mind. But all he could think about was Lyra, his best friend who had moved away 2 months ago. The distance between them felt like an enormous chasm, and he could hardly bear it. Since Lyra left, everything felt different. The laughter they shared, the long talks about dreams, and even the silly games they played seemed to fade into a distant memory. Alex missed her more than he thought possible. They had been inseparable since childhood, exploring every corner of their small town together. Now, with her gone, the world felt empty. As he walked deeper into the woods, Alex remembered the last day they spent together. They had sat on the swings in the park, sharing secrets and promises. No matter what, we'll always stay connected, Lyra had said, her eyes shining with sincerity. But now, those words felt hollow. How could they stay connected when she was so far away? He pulled out his phone, glancing at the screen. There was no new message from Lyra, just a few old photographs of their adventures together. He remembered how much they had dreamed of exploring the universe, imagining what it would be like to meet aliens and visit distant planets. The thought made him smile, but it quickly faded as he felt the weight of loneliness settle in again. Alex stopped by a small stream, the sound of water bubbling over rocks, soothing him for a moment. He took a deep breath, trying to shake off the sadness. He knew he needed to reach out to Lyra, but the thought of sending a message felt daunting. What would he say? How could he express the emptiness he felt without sounding desperate? Just then, he heard a rustling noise nearby. Curiosity piqued, he turned his head, scanning the trees. To his surprise, he spotted a figure crouching by the stream. It was small and slender, with shimmering skin that sparkled like the surface of the water. Alex's heart raced as he moved closer, unsure of what he was seeing. As he approached, the figure turned, revealing a young alien girl with wide, expressive eyes. She looked fragile and scared, her body trembling. Alex was taken aback, but felt an overwhelming sense of compassion. This girl was lost, just like he felt without Lyra. "Hey, it's okay," Alex said gently, crouching down to her level. "I won't hurt you." He reached into his backpack and pulled out his water bottle, offering it to her. The girl hesitated, her eyes darting between the water and his face. Alex smiled, trying to reassure her. "It's just water. You look thirsty." Slowly, she reached out, taking the bottle with trembling hands. As she drank, he noticed the way her shoulders relaxed, just a little. "What's your name?" he asked, hoping to break the ice. She looked at him, her gaze softening. "Lyra," she whispered, her voice barely above a whisper. "Lyra?" Alex repeated, surprised. "That's my best friend's name." His heart raced with excitement. Was this a coincidence, or was the universe trying to tell him something? The alien girl nodded, her eyes wide with curiosity. I came from far away. I was lost." "Me too," Alex admitted, feeling an instant connection. "My friend moved away, and I feel so distant without her." Lyra's expression changed, and Alex could see the sadness in her eyes. "I understand. Being far from someone you care about is very hard." They sat together by the stream, sharing their feelings. Alex talked about his friendship with the other Lyra, how they used to dream about exploring the stars together. Lyra listened intently, nodding along and sharing her own story of being separated from her family during her journey. "I thought I would never see them again," Lyra said, her voice trembling. "I felt so alone." "I know how that feels," Alex replied, feeling a strange sense of hope blossom in his chest. "But maybe we can help each other. You're not alone anymore." Lyra looked up at him, her eyes shining with unshed tears. You mean it? Of course. We can stay connected, just like I promised my friend, Alex said, smiling warmly. We can explore this place together. Maybe we can even figure out how to get you back home. Lyra's face lit up with a smile, and for the first time, Alex felt that heavy weight lift. He realized that even though he missed his friend deeply, he could still forge new connections. This alien girl, lost and alone, was a reminder that kindness and friendship could exist anywhere, across any distance. Thank you, Alex, Lyra said, her voice filled with gratitude. You are my friend now. They spent the rest of the afternoon together, laughing and sharing stories about their worlds. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the trees, Alex felt a sense of hope he hadn't felt in weeks. He knew that reconnecting with Lyra would take time, but this unexpected. Friendship filled the gap left by his best friend's departure. Together, they would explore the wonders of the world around them, discovering new things and supporting each other along the way. In that moment, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Alex realized that distance didn't have to mean loneliness. He could keep the memories of his friend alive while building new ones with Lyra. The universe was vast, and there were connections waiting to be made, no matter how far apart they seemed. As he looked at Lyra, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were both explorers in their own right, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, together. And so, with a heart full of hope, Alex smiled at the alien girl beside him, knowing that this was just the beginning of their journey. A journey of friendship that would bridge the distance between their worlds. And just like that, he offered her not just a meal, but the promise of a new adventure, proving that even in the most unexpected circumstances, kindness could forge connections that transcended distance and time. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the woods, Alex and Lyra sat side by the bubbling stream. The cool evening air wrapped around them, and the first stars began to twinkle in the sky above. Alex felt a sense of peace wash over him, a welcome change from the loneliness he had felt since Lyra moved away. Can we keep meeting here? Lyra asked, her voice soft but hopeful. I don't want to be alone anymore. Of course, Alex replied, his heart lifting at the thought of their new friendship. We can make this our special spot. I'll come here every weekend. We can explore together and learn more about each other. Lyra smiled, her eyes sparkling with excitement. I would love that. There's so much to share between our worlds. For the first time in weeks, Alex felt a spark of joy. He realized that while he missed his best friend, he had found a new connection with Lyra. They were both far from home, but together they could create a sense of belonging. As the days turned into weeks, Alex and Lyra met every Saturday. They shared stories about their lives, dreams, and fears. Lyra told Alex about her home planet, which was filled with vibrant colors and strange creatures. She described the sky as a swirl of purple and green, and how the stars seemed to dance in patterns that told stories. Alex shared his own dreams, telling Lyra about his plans to become an astronaut. He showed her pictures of the stars and planets, explaining how humans had always looked to the sky with wonder. One day, I want to explore those stars, he said, his eyes shining with ambition. Lyra listened intently, her gaze fixed on him. You will, Alex. I believe in you. You have a big heart, and you care about others. That's what makes you strong. Their bond grew deeper, and with each meeting, Alex found himself feeling less lonely. He began to understand that distance didn't have to mean separation. Lyra had become a friend who filled the void left by the other Lyra's move. One day, as they sat by the stream, Alex noticed Lyra looking sad. What's wrong? He asked, concerned. I miss my family, she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. I don't know if I'll ever see them again. Alex felt a pang of empathy. He understood what it meant to miss someone important. "I miss my friend too," he said. "But we can still find ways to keep their memories alive. We can create new memories together." Lyra looked up at him, her eyes glistening. "How do you do that?" "Let's make a memory box," Alex suggested. "We can fill it with things that remind us of our adventures together. That way, even when we're apart, we can look back and remember." Lyra's face lit up with excitement. "Yes, that sounds amazing." They spent the afternoon gathering. Small items from the wood's colorful leaves, smooth stones, and tiny flowers. Each item represented a moment they shared, a piece of their growing friendship. As they placed each item into the box, Alex felt a sense of accomplishment. They were creating something meaningful, a symbol of their connection. "Now, let's write letters to our friends and family," Alex suggested. "We can tell them about what we've learned and how much we care about them." Lyra nodded eagerly. They found a quiet spot under the trees, and Alex pulled out a notebook. He began writing a letter to Lyra, expressing how grateful he was for her friendship and how much he admired her courage. Lyra, inspired by his words, wrote her own letter to her family, sharing her experiences on Earth and how she had made a new friend. As they finished writing, Lyra looked up at Alex, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you for helping me feel less alone. You've made me brave." "I'm glad I could help," Alex replied, feeling a warmth in his chest. "You've made me brave too. Together, we can face anything." Days turned into weeks, and there, friendship blossomed. They began to explore the woods more, discovering hidden paths. As the weeks passed, Alex and Lyra's friendship grew stronger. They met every Saturday at their special spot by the stream, sharing laughter and stories. Yet despite the joy he found in his new friendship, Alex couldn't shake the feeling of distance from his old friend Lyra, who had moved away. He missed her terribly and longed to reconnect, but he didn't know how to bridge that gap. One sunny Saturday, while sitting on their favorite log, Alex turned to Lyra. "You know, I've been thinking a lot about my old friend. I miss her." Lyra looked at him, her expression sympathetic. "You should reach out to her. Tell her how you feel." "I want to, but I don't know what to say," Alex admitted, feeling a wave of sadness wash over him. "It's been so long since we've talked. What if she doesn't want to hear from me?" Lyra placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "You'll never know unless you try. Friends can understand distance, especially if the friendship is strong. Just be honest." Taking a deep breath, Alex nodded. He felt a mix of fear and hope. Lyra was right. If he wanted to reconnect, he had to take a step forward, even if it felt scary. That evening, back at home, Alex sat at his desk, staring at the blank screen of his computer. He opened a new message and typed his friend's name in the to field. His heart raced as he began to write. "Hey Lyra, it's me, Alex. I hope you're doing well. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. He paused, unsure of how to continue. Memories of their time together flooded his mind. The laughter, the secrets, the dreams they shared. After a moment, he continued typing. "I miss our talks and all the fun we had. Things have been different since you moved. I found a new friend named Lyra, and we've been exploring the woods together. She's really special, but I still think about you. I hope you're happy." Alex hesitated and pressed send. His heart raced as he waited for a response. Would she reply? Did she even want to hear from him? The uncertainty gnawed at him, but he reminded himself that reaching out was the first step. The next day, Alex received a notification on his phone. His heart leaped as he opened the message. "Hi, Alex. I'm so happy to hear from you. One miss. You too. I've been really busy with school and moving, but I think about our adventures all the time. I'm glad you found a new friend. Tell me more about her." A wave of relief washed over him. Lyra was happy to hear from him. He quickly replied, sharing stories about his new friendship and the adventures he and the alien Lyra had. He felt a sense of lightness as he typed, as if a weight had been lifted. Over the next few weeks, Alex and Lyra exchanged messages regularly. They shared updates about their lives, new experiences, and even funny memes. Each message made Alex feel closer to her, and he began to realize that distance didn't have to mean separation. Their friendship could still thrive, despite the miles between them. As their conversations continued, Alex felt a growing sense of hope. He learned that Lyra was doing well in her new school, making new friends, and even joining clubs. She had started a painting class and was working on a canvas, inspired by their adventures together. "I can't wait to show you when I finish," she wrote in one message. Alex smiled, picturing her vibrant artwork. "I can't wait to see it. Maybe you can teach me how to paint someday." A few more weeks passed, and one day, Lyra sent him an unexpected message. "Hey, I'm coming back to visit for a weekend. I'd love to see you again. Can we meet at our spot?" Alex's heart raced with excitement. He couldn't believe it. His friend was coming back. "Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to see you." The days seemed to stretch on as he counted down to the weekend. He arranged to meet Lyra at their special spot, feeling a mixture of nervousness and joy. What would it be like to see her again after so long? Finally, the day arrived. Alex arrived at the stream early, feeling butterflies in his stomach. The woods looked beautiful under the bright sun, and he took a moment to breathe in the fresh air, reminding himself of the adventures they had shared. When he heard footsteps approaching, he turned to see Lyra walking toward him, a wide smile on her face. She looked just like he remembered, but there was a new glow about her. "Alex," she called, running toward him. They embraced tightly, and all the time apart seemed to melt away. "I can't believe you're here," Alex exclaimed, stepping back to look at her. "You look amazing." "Thanks. I've missed this place," she said, looking around. "And I've missed you." They settled onto their log, laughing and reminiscing about their childhood adventures. Alex shared stories about his new friend, Lyra, and how she had helped him cope with the distance. Lyra listened intently, her eyes sparkling with interest. "I'm so glad you found someone to share your time with," she said. "It sounds like you both have a lot of fun. You have to meet her." "She's incredible," Alex replied, feeling a sense of pride in their friendship. As the sun began to set, they decided to create new memories. They gathered items from the woods to add to their memory box, just like they had done before. Each item represented a moment they shared, a reminder of their bond. Later, they laid back on the grass, staring up at the stars beginning to twinkle. In the darkening sky, "Look at all those stars," Lyra said softly. "It's like they're all shining just for us." "Yeah," Alex replied, feeling a sense of wonder. "It reminds me of how vast the universe is and how many connections we can make." Lyra turned to him, her expression serious. "I'm really grateful we reconnected. I was afraid that being apart would change everything." "Me too," Alex said, feeling the weight of her words. "But I've learned that friendships can survive distance. We just have to keep reaching out, no matter how far apart we are." Lyra smiled, her eyes shining with hope. "Exactly. I promise to always stay in touch, no matter what." As they lay side by side under the stars, Alex felt a sense of fulfillment. He had faced his fears and reached out to reconnect with his friend. They had both grown, but their bond remained unbroken. In that moment, surrounded by the beauty of the universe, Alex knew that friendship was a powerful force. It could bridge any distance, overcome any obstacle, and shine brightly, just like the stars above them. Together, they would continue to explore their worlds, knowing that they were never truly alone. Asterisk, as autumn painted the trees with shades of red and gold, Alex felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. His friend Lyra was visiting again, and he wanted to make this weekend special. They had reconnected over the past few weeks, but he still felt a little nervous about seeing her after such a long time apart. Alex arrived at their special spot by the stream a bit early, eager to prepare for Lyra's arrival. He wanted to surprise her. He spread out a blanket on the grass and brought out some snacks, sandwiches, cookies, and juice. He thought about all the fun they had shared and wanted to create new memories. When Lyra finally arrived, her face lit up with joy. "Alex!" she exclaimed, rushing to him. They hugged tightly, the warmth of their friendship making the distance between them feel smaller. "This looks amazing," Lyra said, eyeing the picnic spread. "You really went all out." "I wanted to make it special," Alex replied, grinning. "We've got a lot to catch up on." They settled down on the blanket, sharing snacks and laughter. As they ate, they talked about everything school, new friends, and their dreams for the future. Alex felt a sense of comfort wash over him, and all the worries about distance faded away. "I've been working on my painting," Lyra said, her eyes sparkling. "I want to show you, definitely." Alex replied, "I can't wait to see it. I'm sure it's incredible." After finishing their snacks, Lyra pulled out her sketchbook. She flipped through the pages, revealing beautiful drawings of the stars, nature, and even scenes inspired by their past adventures. Alex was in awe. "These are amazing, Lyra. You've really captured the beauty of everything," he said, genuinely. "Impressed. Thanks. I've been inspired by our talks about the stars. It makes me think about how vast everything is," Lyra replied, a hint of pride in her voice. "I want to paint a mural about our friendship. It'll be like a story told through art." "That sounds fantastic. I'd love to help you with that," Alex said, feeling excited about the idea. "We could even plan it out together." As they brainstormed ideas for the mural, Alex's mind raced with possibilities. He realized that this was more than just a painting. It was a way to celebrate their friendship and the journey they had taken to reconnect. "Let's use colors that represent us," Lyra suggested. "What do you think of using blue for me? It reminds me of the sky and the stars." "And I'll use green," Alex said. "It reminds me of the woods and nature, where we've had so many adventures." They spent the afternoon sketching out their ideas on paper, creating a plan for the mural. It felt good to have a project to work on together, something that would symbolize their friendship and all they had been through. As the sun began to set, casting a golden light over the trees, Alex felt a wave of warmth. He realized that this friendship was a gift, one that had helped him heal and grow. He turned to Lyra, his heart swelling with gratitude. "Thank you for being such a wonderful friend. I didn't realize how much I needed this until we reconnected." Lyra smiled, her eyes reflecting the fading sunlight. "And thank you for reaching out to me. It means a lot to know that we can stay connected, no matter where we are." The next day, they decided to explore the woods together. They wandered along familiar paths, but this time things felt different. They were no longer just two friends. As the days grew colder and autumn turned to winter, Alex felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He and Lyra had been planning their mural for weeks, and now it was finally time to start painting. They had chosen a large wall in the hidden clearing, a perfect canvas for their friendship story. Alex arrived early on the day they planned to paint, feeling a thrill of anticipation. He brought along brushes, buckets of paint in their chosen colors, blue for Lyra and green for himself. A few snacks to keep their energy up. The air was crisp, and the ground was covered with a light dusting of frost. But Alex felt warm inside, thinking about what they were about to create. When Lyra arrived, her face lit up with excitement. "Wow, This place looks even more beautiful. In the winter, she exclaimed, taking in the scenery. The trees were bare, but the ground was still vibrant, with wildflowers peeking through the frost. Ready to get started? Alex asked, holding up the paintbrushes. Yes, let's do it, Lyra replied, her enthusiasm infectious. They began by sketching their design on the wall. They talked about their favorite memories together, deciding to incorporate elements from their adventures, the stars, the stream, and even the wildflowers they had found in the clearing. Each design represented a special moment in their friendship. As they painted, they laughed and shared stories. Alex told Lyra about the time he tried to build a treehouse and how it ended up looking more like a lopsided fort. Lyra shared her own funny stories about art class and how she once painted her teacher's face by accident. I can't believe you did that. Alex laughed, picturing the scene. I know, right? It was so embarrassing, Lyra giggled. But it made me realize that art is all about having fun, just like our friendship. As they painted, their colors blended beautifully on the wall, creating a vibrant tapestry of their memories. The blue and green swirled together, symbolizing how their lives intertwined despite the distance. Alex felt a warmth spread through him as they worked side by side, their friendship growing stronger with every brushstroke. After a few hours, they took a break, sitting on the grass to rest. This is turning out amazing, Alex said, admiring their work. It feels like we're telling a story. Lyra nodded, her eyes shining with joy. It really does. I love how we're creating something together. It makes me think about all the possibilities in life. Feeling inspired, Alex looked at Lyra. You know, I've been thinking about my dream of becoming an astronaut. I want to explore space and see the stars up close. But sometimes I worry if I can really do it. Lyra turned to him, her expression serious. You can do it, Alex. You've always been determined and passionate. If anyone can reach for this stars, it's you. Her words meant a lot to him. Alex smiled, feeling a surge of confidence. Thanks, Lyra. That means more than you know. And I want to be there to support you with your art too. You have a gift, and I believe you can inspire others. After their break, they got back to work. As they painted, Lyra shared her dreams of creating art that would tell stories and make people feel connected. I want my art to remind people that they're not alone, just like you reminded me, she said. Alex felt a lump in his throat. We're in this together, Lyra. We can both inspire others, no matter where we are. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the clearing, they stepped back to admire their work. The mural was a beautiful explosion of color and creativity, telling the story of their friendship. It was a tribute to their journey and the bond they had formed, despite the distance. I love it, Lyra exclaimed, clapping her hands. This is our story, and it's beautiful. Just like our friendship, Alex replied, feeling proud of what they had accomplished together. With the mural finished, they decided to celebrate. They set up a small picnic with the snacks Alex had brought. As they sat together, enjoying the treats, Alex felt a sense of fulfillment. This is perfect, he said, looking around at the mural and the beauty of the clearing. I'm so glad we did this, Lyra smiled, her eyes sparkling. Me too. It's a memory we'll always cherish, and I can't wait to show it to everyone. As the evening grew darker, Alex felt a sense of hope that he hadn't felt in a long time. He realized that reconnecting with Lyra had opened up new paths for both of them. They were not only friends, but also each other's support systems, helping each other chase their dreams. I want to keep this connection strong, Alex said, looking at Lyra. No matter what happens, I want us to stay in touch. I don't want to lose this again. Me too, Lyra replied, her voice filled with sincerity. We can always write to each other, share our experiences, and keep dreaming together. As they packed up their things, Alex felt grateful for the journey they had taken. He had learned that distance could not break the bonds of friendship. It could only strengthen them, allowing them to grow and support each other across miles. That night, as Alex lay in bed, he thought about the mural and everything they had shared. He felt a renewed sense of purpose. He would continue to reach for his dreams, and he would always have Lyra by his side, cheering him on. He picked up his phone and sent Lyra a quick message. "Thank you for today. I can't wait for our next adventure." A moment later, his phone buzzed with her reply. "Me too. Let's keep dreaming together. We've got this." With a smile on his face, Alex drifted off to sleep, feeling hopeful about the future. He knew that as long as he had friends like Lyra, he would never truly be alone. Together, they would explore their worlds, chase their dreams, and create a tapestry of memories that would last a lifetime. Asterisk, as winter settled in, Alex found himself reflecting on his friendship with Lyra more and more. Their mural had become a beautiful reminder of their bond, and he felt grateful for the time they had spent together. Yet he also felt a longing to connect with his childhood friend, the other Lyra, who had moved away months ago. The distance between them still felt heavy in his heart. One chilly afternoon, while sitting in his room, Alex decided it was time to reach out again. He pulled out his phone and stared at the screen, wondering what he should say. Memories of their shared laughter and adventures flooded his mind. He remembered the promises they had made to each other. No matter what, they would always stay connected. With a determined breath, he opened a new message. "Hey, Lyra. It's Alex. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. How have you been?" He hesitated for a moment, then pressed send. The message felt like a bridge reaching out across the distance, hoping to reconnect with his friend. He waited anxiously for a reply, his heart racing with anticipation. A few moments later, his phone buzzed. "Hi, Alex. I'm so glad to hear from you. I've been busy with school and making new friends, but I miss you too. How's everything?" Relief washed over him. He quickly typed back, sharing stories about his life, his new friendship with Lyra, and their mural. He felt a warmth in his chest as he wrote, realizing that reaching out was the first step toward rekindling their connection. Over the next few weeks, Alex and the other Lyra exchanged messages frequently. They talked about their lives, shared funny stories, and even reminisced about their childhood adventures. Each message brought Alex a sense of joy and comfort, reminding him that their friendship was still strong, despite the distance. One day, while chatting, Lyra wrote, "I really want to come visit soon. I miss our adventures together. Can we plan something?" Excitement bubbled inside Alex. "Yes, that would be amazing. We can show you the mural and have a picnic at the clearing," Lyra replied quickly. "I can't wait. Let's set a date." As they made plans, Alex felt a surge of happiness. He realized that reaching out had opened a new chapter in their friendship. They were not only reconnecting, but also creating new memories together. When the day finally arrived for Lyra to visit, Alex woke up early, filled with anticipation. He spent the morning preparing the clearing, setting up a picnic blanket, and packing their favorite snacks. He wanted everything to be perfect. When Lyra arrived, Alex's heart soared. She looked just like he remembered, but there was a new energy about her. They embraced tightly, and in that moment, all the distance between them seemed to vanish. "I've missed this place," Lyra exclaimed, looking around. "And I've missed you." "I've missed you too," Alex replied, smiling. "I can't wait to show you the mural." They made their way to the wall, and when Lyra saw the mural, her eyes widened in amazement. "Wow, this is incredible, Alex. You and the other Lyra did such a great job." "Thanks. It tells the story of our friendship and all the adventures we've had." I wanted it to remind us that distance doesn't change our bond. Alex explained. Lyra looked at the mural, her eyes sparkling with emotion. It's beautiful. I love how it captures everything we've shared. After admiring the mural, they set up their picnic. As they ate, they laughed and shared stories about their lives since they last saw each other. Alex felt a warmth in his heart, knowing that their friendship was as strong as ever. I've been thinking about our dreams, Lyra said, her voice thoughtful. I want to find a way to combine art with helping others. I think it can make a difference in people's lives. That's an amazing idea, Alex replied, feeling inspired. You could create art that tells stories or brings people together, just like our mural. Yes, I want to inspire others, just like you inspire me with your dreams of becoming an astronaut, Lyra said, her eyes shining with conviction.